Every day we're inching closer and closer to the release of Mass Effect Andromeda, so I figured why not celebrate that by talking about the things that I believe that Mass Effect Andromeda could end up doing well or even better than its predecessors. So why the heck not? I mean, I'm excited for this game. I can barely contain myself. My pants are already off, so let's get right into this. Now, the first thing that I think that Mass Effect Andromeda could do very well at is telling a more succinct and a better story. Now, as I've said in the past, Mass Effect is a great series, but the storyline was almost too large in scale towards the end, so much as so that it was nearly impossible to create a solid ending that fans would be happy with. Mass Effect Andromeda, though, it has the opportunity to create a more self-aware story on a slightly smaller scale that could allow for a better overall storytelling experience. This time around, the main protagonists, they're looking to find a new colonization area for humanity in a distant galaxy. Now, while that still has some huge implications, it distances the series from being about the entire fate of the galaxy and how one person needs to stop it. Let's face it, we've seen that done before in a myriad of other projects in entertainment media. Andromeda could tell a more succinct story that may not have as big stakes involved, but it could be a great way to learn more about the universe that BioWare created, the characters involved in it, and include more varied, meaningful choices throughout the storyline. And now let's move on to the other thing that I think could be improved on, and that of course is alien banging. Now, I know that I'd personally be very disappointed if I were watching a Mass Effect video and this wasn't listed, so let's throw it on there. There has been no lack of alien dirty work in the Mass Effect franchise since its inception. If you have a squad mate, chances are you can get into the engine room when nobody's looking and go have some fun times.
We're bang, okay?
But the big question is, how do you improve on that already stellar banging mechanic in the series? Well, of course, you add more weird things to grind on, because we're still waiting to be able to seduce a Krogan, a Solarian, and, well, okay, I can't be the only one that wants to know what sex with an Elcor's like, right? Please tell me you've thought about that too. Seriously. And the next thing that I think could possibly be improved, although I'm a little bit skeptical about this one personally, is the combat. Now, throw this into more of a hope category for me, but it stands to reason that the combat could be easily improved on during the development of Mass Effect Andromeda. Not that the combat in the Mass Effect series was ever bad per se in the series, but it did have a very mechanical feel at points, especially when you're roaming around levels with the classic influx of, chest-high walls, informing you that, yes indeed, shit is about to go down in this room. Now, while I'm personally a bit skeptical about an open-world version of the combat system, it does have the potential to be a huge organic feeling improvement to the pre-created levels in the original trilogy. And speaking of open worlds, exploration. I love exploring every bit of an open world, especially in the sci-fi and fantasy genres. It should come as no surprise that I greatly adore different locales and planets in the Mass Effect franchise. Now, while some of the locations did end up feeling similar in the original trilogy, the open world and exploration space frontier feeling that Mass Effect Andromeda has could easily lend itself to improved exploration mechanics and more moments that have you stopping to take in those strange alien vistas. As long as they stay away from things like planet scanning and give the driving mechanics a good overhaul, I think there's little to point to and say that it won't be a huge improvement in the series. I really hope. Please, seriously, make it good. And finally, one thing that I am very much looking forward to is having a lot to do, otherwise known as bang for your buck. Now, this is, again, is down to pure speculation, but from past BioWare projects, we do know that they try to pack in as much content as they possibly can for their players upon release. Games like Dragon Age Inquisition have easily 80 hours of gameplay for one playthrough in them, and with the open world change in Andromeda, it could easily become a game that players can spend countless hours in over multiple playthroughs. Now, is that a good thing completely? Well, maybe not, and that's what we're going to explore in my next video. Now, as long as they don't have, say, you collecting space bear hides for alien farmers, I think it'll be okay, but nonetheless, the topic of the next video is going to be things that I think that Mass Effect Andromeda could mess up royally, could absolutely destroy, the worst choices they could possibly make. So that's going to be coming out soon as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, I'd be super appreciative. If you're watching on VidMe, then by all means throw $1 my way, I'd appreciate it. If you want to support me some other way, you can go onto my Patreon as well. I've recently started that up. You can support me over there while I do all this awesome content for you and your faces and stuff. And I want to know exactly what you're looking forward to, or maybe what you're not looking forward to with Mass Effect Andromeda. Let me know what that is over in the comments, and if you want to get in contact with me, a couple ways you can do that. Twitter is a great place to do it, as well as my Discord server. You can go find a link for that in the description. I'm usually there for at least part of the day every single day, so head over there and ask me anything you want to, or just hang out. I'd love to have you over there. I am PattyJack, and I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.